Today I'm going to be working on an idea for a new tool that I think is going to be really handy for making tongs. Hi, I'm Dennis Frechette and welcome back. Today I'm working on an idea that occurred to me while I was making my last pair of tongs here on YouTube. Normally when I'm done making the pair of tongs, I've set the rivets and I'm ready to loosen up that rivet. I normally go over to the vise, put one of the reins in the vise and then use the other one to loosen up the rivet and make things workable. But uh, when you're filming on YouTube, you've heard everyone say that it's, kind of awkward to always be moving the camera, especially if it's only for 15 seconds or something like that. So I try to do as much at the anvil as I can. So lately I've just been taking this scrap piece of leaf spring and I've been prying the reins open with that. So that gave me the idea that, if I made a dedicated wedge to do that job, it would be handy and I could have it right at the anvil and I could also use it for other things. So that's what I have for you today. So hope you enjoy the video. I'm going to be forging the wedge out of 1/4 by 3/4 flat bar, and then later on I'll be welding a 1/2 inch round bar to that for the handle. This tool isn't going to take a lot of punishment, so I don't need to make it out of solid stock. Here I'm getting ready to set up the first weld, and if you're wondering why it's taking me so long to get this thing bent around, what I'm actually doing is hammering the scale off of the surface. So I'm starting the bend, and then I just keep hammering the bar until it drops to below, a dull red heat, and then there's no more scale formation. At that point, I can apply the flux. If I don't wait to that point, there might be some scale getting trapped inside the weld, and that could prevent, a good weld. So I need to have the bar bent enough so I can get it set up, but not closed right over, so I can't tell what's going on in there. So I use this technique anytime I'm welding something that has, a corner like this, or just a shape that's hard to get at with a wire brush. Once the flux has adhered to the surface, it will stay there until you take it to a welding heat, and then it becomes liquid enough to flush everything out of the joint. Now that I have this weld set, I can go ahead and cut it from the bar. I'm going to be making the handle out of a 1/2 inch round bar. This is a lot longer than I need, but I'm going to be upsetting it, so I'm going to use the extra weight that's on the bar to help me back up the end. Here I'm just prying open the end of the wedge so it fits over the end of the handle that I just forged. And once again, I'm going to be using the hammer to get rid of any scale that might be forming on the inside face of this wedge. Here I'm a little bit further along. I've cut the wedge from the bar and I'm just starting to shape the handle. I'm going to make just a pretty basic loop so I can hang this up on just about anything. Nothing fancy here. So that's one of the things that I really enjoy about blacksmithing. You have an idea, you just go out and try it. It may be something useful. It may just be another twisted piece of crap that I got to figure out how to recycle into something else. We'll find out soon enough.